right, yo, what's up? You're watching the iDROPPA podcast. We're back again today with Micah, my boy. We're
Again.
here at the legendary Nunnery,
Yep.
live and in flesh. Dude, we got this sick lighting above us. We got kind of lights that are just doing their own thing, not programmed to anything specific. They're going to set the vibes of this podcast. We're going to let the lights do the talking.
A lot of history here.
A lot of history here.
They've definitely been busy since we left.
Yeah, we're definitely on the set right now. Like, if this place was like a movie set, like behind the cameras right now, it's just like wood and stuff being built and cables. And on this side, everything's pretty and like put up.
Ready for action.
Ready for action over here, just like we are.
Should we get into it? The history?
I mean, yeah, sure. You can get into it if you want your history here.
Yeah, so right when I started my company, Sage Sound Productions, our first show was not here. It was at a place called The Stash, which was actually a legal consumption lounge. I planned a second show there. The place ended up actually closing down. But anyways, I needed to find another location very quickly. Basically, the person that owns this had a girlfriend that I was mutual friends with. We hung out on a day that I was very upset because I was on the verge of having to cancel my second show ever. She looked at me and she was like, I might be able to actually help you. And I was like, what? How? Like, I need to find a whole venue. And she was like, have you ever been to the Nunnery? And I was like, no, I actually never heard of it up to that point.
Blocks away from where you live.
Yeah, I know. I can literally walk here from where I live. Yeah. But yeah, we literally went over here that day, and I met Gabe, and they ended up helping me. It took a lot of work. This stage wasn't even here yet. This room did not look like a stage room or any place we would have a show at all.
Yeah, it was totally different.
Yeah, we ended up busting our butts to clear out these rooms, and there used to be just I wish I could show you guys what this place looked like. There's a big wall that used to be in the middle of this that had like a double doorway in it, and they actually demolished it out to be more of a open concept room.
They blew that fucking wall out.
Yeah, the wall is no longer here.
That wall is gone.
Yeah. But they were the ones that saved me, and I just didn't do one show here, but I did quite a few that ended up getting us to the point where I could no longer do them here anymore. But anyways, I was very surprised by how well these shows started taking off despite them not being in St. Louis, actually.
I think people from St. Louis wanted to come check out this new spot across the river where stuff was going on. And there was like a surge of like local talent at that time that was willing to come play here, so all the people
would come
see them. Yeah. This was also like right after pandemic, and people were down to just go out.
I honestly miss how underground it felt in the aesthetic of, going to a place that you have a little bit more of that freedom.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of places and seen the local scenes and the shows, and it's crazy. Like, yeah, you're right, nothing matches, like nothing is quite like here, like for good or for worse, like whatever, but yeah, it's very unique. But like when I go to other places, I see people and I like relate them to the people that I know from back here. I'm like, oh, that's this guy. This is that girl. That's that couple. Like, that's that promoter.
My mind kind of does the same thing whenever I'm out and about, out of state working, especially doing my networking thing, and especially while talking to people. It's hard not to talk to somebody and be like, that reminds me of a good friend of mine.
Yeah, dude, it's funny. People are just copy and paste all across the board.
Yeah, humans are not that original.
This podcast is brought to you by GoPro. It's in Korean, so we don't know how to use it, but we're figuring it out. Don't say any Korean words, please.
No.
Don't even say the K word, okay? Basically, the voice control on his new GoPro was turned on, and we kept saying words that were triggering it to start and stop recording, and it was getting really annoying. And I didn't know how to turn off the voice control. So what did I do? I put it in Korean.
You put it in
So as
Korean,
long
yeah.
as no one comes in here just bossing us around in Korean, we should be good.
I hope that doesn't. It wouldn't surprise me.
Very funny, Micah. But let's take it back to Praise the Bass 2.
Praise the
Talk
Bass
about that.
too, man. You know, during this time period, I was really trying to get into the groove of learning how to throw shows in general. During this time period, we were really actually striving to experiment with multi-genre concepts. So at this place, there's actually not one stage, the stage behind us, but two stages. And the other stage is outside, so of course we got to be a little bit more careful with that stage. But we started booking bands, some actual pretty good bands to come out here and start playing. We were mixing punk influence with some hardcore EDM at the time, honestly. I know I truly do miss throwing mixed genre shows. Like, I wish I
Mm-hmm.
could put that on a bigger platform. I seriously did enjoy myself a lot, having the options.
Yeah, that was definitely cool, and I haven't seen a whole lot of that on
No.
the level that we were doing it.
But yeah, I miss putting up the bands and the DJs. I thought it was a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
it's a lot of work.
A lot of work, but a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Um, Super excited that summertime is coming.
Summer now.
Festival season is almost upon us.
Tis.
Yup. You can smoke on YouTube, can't you?
I don't know. What else should we talk about?
Dude,
We're doing pretty good here.
talk of cigarettes is maybe like so. My family's so dysfunctional that we had a Christmas party yesterday.
Oh yeah, hold on. Merry Christmas, by the way.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Why is it Christmas?
Well, my family is super late to the party. It takes them about
Yeah.
6 months to actually get together for a Christmas party.
Oh, they're on their
Apparently.
own time.
Yeah. Everybody's very much on their own time. But anyways, yeah, I found out that my brother started smoking cigarettes. He asked me for a cigarette out of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, okay, go on before I cut you off.
dude, it got crazy because just about everybody that I thought quit in my family also.
Everyone was blazing.
Yeah.
Does your brother like is he like he was out like he buys cigarettes or he just wanted one of your cigarettes? Cuz there's a
Well,
difference between he started smoking meaning he's going and buying his own cigarettes cuz then you really started smoking.
no, what happened was is that he used to have
He's just
a
puffing.
chewing addiction problem that he recently
Oh.
quit.
Oh, he was
I mean, his
dipping.
nicotine habits were worse than mine. Like
He was
I
dipping
bad.
like real backy.
Can a day,
Oh,
Longhorn, long cut, type shit.
oh dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well smoke.
So yeah, he quit. I didn't see him with the pack, but yeah, he don't smoke. It's bad for you. I found out that apparently my dad started smoking. And he didn't smoke whenever I was a kid. So that's
Wow.
surprising, but he is a paramedic. So is my brother. I feel like,
Late in life smoker is rare.
dude, it's really weird, man. Like,
Shout out though, even if you got it, if you got it, you got it.
bored. I'm bored, so let me pick up a habit.
For real. Sometimes like cigarettes help. Like if you work a job where you want to get those breaks in, start smoking cigarettes, you get way more breaks.
Yeah, dude, that's so
But you also die quicker, a lot quicker.
part of the process of me becoming addicted was I was a high schooler that liked to smoke not tobacco. And it had a strong odor, and of course my parents didn't like that more than this. It's kind of easy to hide nicotine and tobacco from them
Mm-hmm.
because they smoked, but if I came home smelling like a bong, that got me in trouble. But I figured out that if I stole a cigarette and smoked it on the way home from my little road trips I was going on, I typically wouldn't get caught as
Yeah.
often.
Yep,
Yeah.
the little sneaky sig.
Eventually, I started liking it a little too much.
Yep, that was one for me too. I would usually sometimes blame it on my friends. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, my friend. I was in the car with my friend. He was driving me home, and he was smoking a Black and Mild
Oh, dude. I had a little phase with Black and Milds. That was the
or a
worst time of
cigarette
my life.
or whatever." Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. I know it's too soon.
PTSD, man.
I know it's too soon.
Uh,
Yeah,
I
you're a Pall Mall diehard. You should get the Pall Mall sponsorship.
It's an ex-girlfriend's fault.
Was her name Paul?
No. I've never dated anybody named Paul.
Fact checker. Go ahead and run that through the fact. Thank you.
I hope you heavily edit this smoking bit.
No, this is the whole podcast right here. This is your intervention, actually. We're going to let you finish that cigarette, and then everyone you ever loved is going to walk through that door.
Oh, man.
And everyone you ever loved is going to do the thing where they make you smoke a whole pack. And then you're never going to want to smoke again, dude. You're going to have to smoke
Have you ever
20 whole
seen The
packs.
King of the Hill where
Which one?
where
Where they
Hank does
smokes all
that
the
with Bobby?
cigarettes? I forget
And
what
they
happens.
both get Hank makes Bobby smoke a whole pack, and then they both like get addicted afterwards because Hank shows them how to smoke it, and he's smoking them with him.
It's usually what happens.
And then they hide each other's addictions.
Yeah, like father, like son.
You're right.
Yeah, well, this is a good time for the story. The first time I ever smoked a cigarette. I'll tell you. I was
First cigarette story. Oh man.
a young.
I remember mine. Yeah.
Well, this is you're probably gonna try and one up me, but you're not gonna be able to in my mind because I smoked the nastiest first cigarette. So I watched my cousin like put a cigarette in his mouth, light it, take a couple hits, and then just toss it on the ground. And I was like, okay. And I watched it for a couple minutes, made sure no one stepped on it. It didn't land in a puddle or anything. And then I was like walking by later, and I like dropped the T-shirt on it, and then I like picked up the T-shirt with the cigarette on it.
Oh man, you're really sly.
And then I went to like the bathroom in the fucking condo or whatever. I was probably like 10 or 11
Yeah.
or something. And then like I was so dumb. I just put it in my mouth. I didn't even try to light it. I didn't even know to light it for real. Like I didn't even like think that far. I just put it in my mouth and like inhaled and tasted it and just immediately was like, "Ugh." I didn't throw it, but I was just grossed out. Threw it in the toilet, flushed the toilet, and then like yeah, I think my dad came in and was like, "Why the fuck does it smell like cigarettes? It smells like ashtray in here." Like I have no idea, bro. That's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, didn't even smoke it.
You said your cousin dropped the cigarette?
Yeah, that's the first time I tried to smoke a cigarette, and I was like, "This is the start of the rest of my life right now. I'm about to pick this thing up off the ground, and I'm just gonna put it to my lips, and then immediately I'm gonna be cool." I think that's what I thought.
You definitely got me beat, man. I mean,
Yeah,
it's very similar. It's also my cousin that gave me a cigarette for the first time.
they be your own cousins, man.
Big influence, yeah.
For real.
And I remember it was funny because I was hanging out with my older cousin and he was smoking cigarettes and trying to hide it from his parents. So he was like, yo, he lived next to the train tracks. So, of course, as kids, we used to like to go walk the train tracks and explore, you know. But, anyways, he was like, you want to go for a walk? And we walked down the train tracks and he pulled out a cigarette and was like, don't tell my parents. Have you ever had one? And I remember he gave me one. I remember specifically
What were they?
the Parliament.
Mm.
So it was already weird to begin with, yeah. And he gave me one and he lit it and I remember I was literally just like he was like, don't like inhale it, just let the smoke sit in your mouth and blow it out. And he basically taught me how to chamber it. But then he was like, all right, now next time when you got the smoke in your mouth, inhale it. So he taught me how to smoke.
Step by step.
Yeah, step by step, like a pro. Yeah, it was bad. But I remember similar thing. First drag, I died. Like I was like, how do people like this? I threw the cigarette down immediately. I don't think I even like let it get to the point where it made me buzz. Like I think just that fire of smoke, you know, I was not avid to smoking anything at that point.
Damn. Were you hooked right away?
No, no, no. I actually didn't get hooked until that past situation I was talking about where I was trying to hide the smell of another
Ah,
smoke.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The way I got like that was the story I told. I was like 9 or 10 or 11
I was
or
super
something,
young too. Yeah.
and then like I didn't never touch the cigarette for years after that until I was maybe like 15, and I was working this job as a dishwasher.
You wanted a break, didn't you?
I needed a break. I didn't just want a break. I needed a break. There was 3 people that worked in this whole kitchen, and the 2 other people smoked like chimneys, the chefs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started just fucking bumming cigs from the chef and Marlboro NXTs, bro. Little pop of menthol in there. I was 15. I started getting then I moved on to the White Owls after that, and I was just smoking like actual real White Owls with tobacco in it.
Oh, damn.
15, bro, just outside with the dish rag on.
The worst nicotine display I've seen was in my early 20s. That's when it became officially a problem for people. I used to have this roommate that would take like blunt guts and put it in a bong and smoke it.
Oh, okay. I've done that.
Yeah, like
I've done
to get
that.
a buzz.
No, yeah, I've done that, but with a gravity bong.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh
Dude,
my
so this is
God.
I'm not even trying to like
Oh,
one up you, but like the
I didn't even
worst.
do that. My roommate did.
No, yeah, there was a time. Sorry guys, I'm not proud of this. This was a bad time, but yeah, there was a time I bought a whole pound of tobacco because it was at the start of COVID. I bought a whole because I thought I wasn't gonna be able to buy cigarettes because I didn't have a car at the time, and I'm like the gas stations are gonna run out of shit. So I just bought a whole pound of tobacco and some rolling papers. I was just rolling my own, cigarettes
Cigarettes, yeah.
unfiltered. Eventually, I would like run out of rolling paper, and I'd be like, I need that tobacco. Build myself a little GB and just rip gravity bongs and
Oh
just
my
be
God,
okay, bro.
dude.
Just be okay and just think the world's just completely collapsing and just be fucking.
Sounds like you had a rough COVID.
I did, dude. The worst down bad like nicotine thing I've ever seen someone do is, my boy Johnny used to dab nicotine juice, like not nicotine, like actual nicotine juice, but vape juice. Like
What?
he would dab that, and he would actually he had the nicotine where he would make his own vape juice.
Like that 6%
The
fucking.
really where the shit where if you let it touch your skin, it'll fuck you up.
Oh
And he was
my
like
God.
he was dripping it on like vape juice, and then he would dab that. There was times where like, oh, the vape's not working, bro. I gotta free my boy Johnny, bro. Is locked up right now, dude. It's super fucked up. Micah, give us a drum riff. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you none other than Micah on the drums. Take it away. Oh yeah, the people are going crazy. You can't hear. Settle down, guys. Settle down. How long have you been playing drums for?
Um, about 3 seconds.
Cool.
Man, we are getting into some crazy subjects here. What can we talk about
Dude's a
that people in
legend,
St. Louis would
bro.
want to hear us talk about? We
The
decided to
big
take
dogs.
Headbangers Paradise to the next level with immense help from DJ Triggered, Trevor.
Nice.
Big shout out to that guy. He's a
Big shout out to
le-
Trevor. Big.
legend in the making. Yeah, he
Love to hear it.
was able to pull a couple strings and you know take our ideas to the next level to get it up and going with B&W and
For Headbangers Paradise #2.
yes for Headbangers Paradise
Very
too.
exciting.
We got
Who you got?
I mean shit starting off with local talent we got Mermix and TM2K coming in and I will say there might be a surprise with TM2K that you guys will want to see. I'm not saying shit. Besides that, we got Boss Mode coming back.
Big boss man.
Super stoked to get Boss Mode on there. I think he's really going to be the
Yeah.
headbanging aspect of this. But beyond that, we got 2% and Wonky Willa
Oh,
coming with coming with BMW.
stacked.
Yeah, I am super stoked for that.
Gonna be dope, dude. It's a fire lineup.
And yeah, it'll be happening June. Oh my God.
This June coming up.
June
This
19th,
June.
I believe. Visit our website, stagetownproductions.com. Definitely check that out.
Definitely do that. Go check it out. Go buy tickets to the shows. Go check out the lineups.
Yeah, we are adding
You guys got a
more.
sick website, by the way.
We are adding more to our site. Also,
Shout out to Austin who made that.
yep, shout out to Control X. We'll probably get him on one of these.
Yeah, guys, go peep the website. It's actually fucking cool as shit to be on. Scroll around.
Super excited for that. I mean, personally, I've been doing some other things. I found out the other day that I will be doing stagehand work at Cosmic Connection. I'm finally.
Very cool, very fun. Where is that?
This will be at Astral Valley,
Which is where?
which is it's not too far. I would say about hour and a half or
Again,
so,
you gotta
2
explain for
hours.
the audience, bro. I know. You gotta explain for the audience. What state is it in?
It's in Missouri.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. This guy's got a local mindset. I'm trying to get you to think globally.
It says it's 45 minutes south of St. Louis on their description.
There you go.
That's what they're giving me. AstralValley.com says you can find more information on there.
There you go.
Definitely go out. If you see me, come say hi to me.
You have done like festival production before?
Because
Because you're gonna hate it.
I don't think I'll hate it.
It's not fun.
I mean,
Especially if you got to camp and work like an 8 hour day.
it's
then
better
camp.
than show production though. Because at
No.
least in this experience, I know I'll be getting money at the end of it. And
Yeah, true.
not paying money.
True, but you're gonna have to work your actual ass off, sweat in the middle of the summer.
Well, there's a reason why I was bringing up my background. It's because even though it looks like a lot of work, I don't think it will. I think it will have equivalence with my catering background because
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, they
catering
do
is no
go
joke, man.
side by side.
Bringing a whole kitchen to the middle of nowhere to, cook for 1,000 people can be pretty hindrance too. But shout out to Royal Catering.
Big shout out to Royal Catering over here in the Millstop, right?
Royale Catering.
Royale with cheese.
It's funny because people are like, why Royale? Isn't it Royal? Well, no, actually not.
Because of the movie?
No, it's actually my family bought the company from a man named Roy Ellis who started Royale Catering. Yeah.
That's funny.
So it's a play off of a random guy's name that started the company that we bought shortly after he started it.
Who would have ever known that if we didn't get this far in the podcast?
Fun fact.
Shout out to Roy Ellis.
Yeah.
Shout out to Roy Ellis, man.
If you're still alive, yeah.
Dude, wow. That's a little factoid for you.
We're getting into some territory here.
That's a good one. I know, we're kind of just wandering around.
There's not a lot going on. I'm wondering about you. What's
Oh, are you wondering about me? Well, my favorite color is
Yeah.
green. I like sharks.
No, none of that shit. I don't care about that.
Oh.
But anyways, what do you any big plans?
Big plans, yeah. I want to buy a house someday.
Any clues? Any clues to what you're doing this summer?
This summer, yeah, we got a lot going on this summer. Saturday, the 10th of May, which is Base Chaser. It's the Night Chaser folks, the lovely people over there from St. Louis Night Chaser. They're like the kings and queens of the house and techno scene around these parts.
Disco.
In my eyes. And disco, yeah.
They got the disco on lock.
Well, this is Bass Chaser event number 1, and they're trying to go heavy with the bass, like dubstep stuff. I was wanting to like do a house set for them, and she was like, "No, this is Bass Chaser, so do your thing."
Pull out some rhythm.
We'll pull out all the stops.
Man, get a little heavy.
Got all the
you have
stops,
a niche for headlining first ever events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do well in the pressure cooker. You know?
You got the
Put me on the spot.
First headbangers.
I'll be closing out the main stage at this Saturday at 2 a.m. though, so make sure to stay all night.
Oh yeah, Yeah, I've definitely seen you play some. I think one of the most interesting sets I've still seen you play was when you opened for a what was it, South African punk band.
Hmm.
Yeah, named the
Did we
Soap
talk about
Girls.
that? I forget if we
I
talked
don't
about
think we
that.
ever talked about that, man.
Oh man, I feel like we talked. Oh, maybe this is all in the episode that's unreleased.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that was fun. Shout out to the Soap Girls, my sisters, my South African sisters, the Soap Girls.
They
Please
were
take
so
me on
good.
tour with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just posted that they got like U.S. dates and Germany dates coming up. I'm like,
Oh
fuck,
man, they just be
see
going
you
around
again.
the world.
We got yeah, the show on the 10th, and then I think I've got nothing for a little while until June. Oh shit, June 14th. I've got that show in Kansas City. Chief Kaya, Abstract Sonnets, Undefined in Kansas City. That's gonna be super fun.
That's
Kansas City
a
debut for
that's like
me.
a church, isn't it?
The venue's Undefined.
I've seen a couple clips of that place. It looks really cool.
It's not a church. It's not a venue. It's just undefined, man.
It looks a little.
That's the only way I can explain it till I get in there and actually feel around. But yeah, I got that coming up June 14th, and then I got June 20th coming back to St. Louis, Phase One and Fun Case, Road to Phantom Music Festival, playing support for that show back to back with my lady Pinky.
That one's gonna be crazy. You
That
guys
one's gonna be
gonna
nuts.
throw? You gonna make her throw a little heavy?
That's the thing. I don't know what direction we're gonna go. Obviously, we're probably gonna have to go heavy, but the whole night's so heavy, so I'm trying to figure out exactly what the right ingredient's gonna be for us. You know?
Uh, heavy bass trap.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do
Sprinkle,
on
sprinkle.
Saturday.
Yeah,
Is probably I'm gonna do that.
heavy bass trap. Oh
Yeah, it's gonna be a
man.
lot of trap, a lot
Mm.
of heavy dubstep mixed in with that.
Yep.
And then yeah, after that, I don't know. I'll probably be playing a couple shows here in St. Louis and maybe out on the road. So if I come to a city near you, you better drop into a set. I better see you there. Yeah. Anything else for the people, Micah?
I mean, if you are in a city that's not St. Louis and there is a thriving scene and you want to have someone come out for to play some new original music, this is your guy.
Yeah, I'm your guy. Hello. I've got a bunch of music, and I would love to play it for you
Everywhere.
anywhere.
But anyways, I don't know, quick roundup. You're like, what's on your mind? What are you here for?
Final thoughts for the people. Let's land this plane.
Yep. I mean, as usual, my overall goal is to, man, I just want to create establishment in the city. I want there to actually be chances for artists, especially the ones that are super good at what they do. It just sucks to be actually successful art. There is a million roadblocks unless you get out of the city. If I could clear up at least a couple of those roadblocks, that is ultimately my goal.
There you go. Well
Yeah.
said. Beautifully said. Shout out to this guy right here, doing it for the artists, unlike anybody else, really putting it on, making sure that the talent, the local artists, are put first, and we are the priority in your productions that you throw. And I think that everyone that's actually played a show for you will say that I'm right, and that you are very artist first in your production. So shout
Yeah.
out to you for that.
Everybody deserves a chance. As long as you're good. You got to be good. Sorry, but everybody
Yeah,
deserves a chance.
yeah. Fuck the haters. Hell yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Peace.
See you.